From garden to Egypt to Holocaust. What is the cost of all the lives lost? What is the debt, the contribution I must make for the sake of those whose lands I take? And what is at stake if I do not take a moment to contemplate what the impact is on myself, my children, my culture, living on stolen, blood-soaked lands of another, peoples whose simple, humble lives, whose indigenous, earth-honoring ways make so much more sense than this dense, cultureless culture? How's that for a dart to the heart? Bullseye as I cry and I ask you, have you done your part? Sister, brother, to pay for the blood spilled on your mother, earth who's crying for those starving and dying in Yemen, while I complain about a deformed lemon? In my overstocked grocery store, storehouses of food overflowing, they toss it in dumpsters without people knowing the reason why. We live in such luxury, such gluttonous abundance, it's absurdity, carried on the broken backs of others, like the unleavened dough of my ancient Hebrew sisters and brothers, who toiled in Egypt under Pharaoh's rule, back-breaking labor, carrying stones like a mule, whipped and beaten until nearly dead. Is that why we eat this matzah bread? To remind us of where we have come from, where we have been, so we never forget, never fall back into that comfortable numbness ever again? I have become comfortably numb, falling asleep like sheep that we slaughtered that night. Shh, don't make a peep. It is God, not an angel, not a seraph who reaps, killing Egyptian firstborn in their sleep. And I wonder, should I really be celebrating those Egyptian human deaths at this traditional Seder with my precious human breath? How dare you? They enslaved us, murdered our innocent boys. They deserved it, for they eagerly followed Pharaoh's evil ploys. But I ask you, how does that fit, even one little bit, with our ancient tradition, our most essential core mission, to see God as one, to see every precious human in the image of spirit under this bright, brilliant sun? But I digress. So back to the point. Please again, let me stress, it is God, not an angel, not a seraph who reaps, killing Egyptian firstborn in their sleep, passing over each house with blood on its posts. And at the time, who would have known the children saved by those doors generations later would be numbed out asleep behind closed doors, hyper-focused on posts, addicted to screens, apathy, pornography, gun violence, atrocity, political hypocrisy? No! This is not a democracy. So gee whiz, if I was the wizard behind the cosmic curtain, I'd have thought twice about releasing them from bondage that Passover night. For the bondage they're in now, no. There's no bandage big enough to cover my open, wounded, heartbroken open, because it's so hard to live open-hearted in a world that critically needs open heart surgery, when unfortunately it appears we've already begun the eulogy. Instead of picking up those paddles and going to battle to save the one thing that really matters. The beauty of this sacred heartbeat, this tender, brutal, raw, and awe-filled mystery called life.